Good morning. Welcome to I don't know which number this is. It's a resolution ride or good day, depending on what time you're joining us here. I'm Max, for those of you who don't know me. One of my favorite disciplines of cycling is track. So I was thinking this morning we would do a little bit of a track workout simulation. I'm thinking we'll start out with riding our bikes to the track, as most workouts start, and then we'll get a track workout going on the track bike. So I'm thinking we'll do a classic small chainring ride to the track. There's one where in the days of two chainring bikes, you're only allowed to use your small chainring, and consequently we'll be over 100 RPM here while we ride to the track, and go from there, I'll call it. So, I don't know if you have cadence meters at home, but I'm going to be spinning over 100 RPM so you can follow my legs. Spin up to whatever you feel comfortable with down the hills. I'm going to aim for 120 or so. Should feel uncomfortable at first, but it'll help us out later when we're in the track workout with some quick legs. We're going to get into some flying 200s, maybe some stop sign accelerations later. So let's get going, riding with the team to the track here. The idea is that you're never pushing too hard, never too much load on the legs. Keeping it over 100. I'm at 100 right now. Get an idea what this looks like. I'm just cruising along to the track. I don't know if you guys have been to the track in Burnaby, but there's the Trans-Canada Trail goes there along the water. It's a lot of undulating terrain, uphills, downhills. It's gravel, pretty fun. So we're just cruising along in the flat here. Starting out nice and easy. Also, if you've ever raced, you might have been assigned by your coach a small chainring ride. That's normally what you do in your rest days, just to assure you're not wearing out your legs or you're just staying warmed up. All right, let's bring up the leg speed a little bit here, as if we're going down a little hill. I'm approaching 110 now. Remember, you're not allowed to change that gear as much as you'd like to. Ooh, I'm up to 114. This may be slightly easier for me right now than it is for you because I just did the 6:30 a.m. class. My cadence is all warmed up already. We're really spinning it out. Don't want to let our team drop us here. Might get to that stage where you start to feel your butt bounce on the saddle. Try and tighten your core. Keep your head still, arms relaxed. And let's slow it back down, back to the flats. Slowing it back down. Come on, Max. And let's put a little gear on. We're going up a small climb. If you're on a road bike at home, maybe take a couple gears in the back. Still spinning over 100. A little bit of load in the legs though. I'm here in the studio with Tracy right now, and I've got the power of two suns on me. Coached many classes, but never with the lights and camera. Slightly different. And no music. That's a big one for me. Just for reference, I'm at Man, I'm only pushing about 60% right now. Feels harder than that though. I'm spinning pretty quick. Still at 107. Let's do another downhill. Making sure your gear is nice and easy. You're just working on your cadence. You don't want to wear out your legs. You can get nice and tight. An arrow always feels good. Let's really ramp it up. Spin, spin, spin. Doing a bit of a burnout right now. And slowing it back down gradually. Whew. Keeping it over 100 as we slow down here. I don't know if you guys have ever watched course previews of mountain bike trails with Johan Borelli, but that's what I feel like right now. Johan Borelli trying to narrate his run while out of breath. I'm lacking the French Canadian accent though, unfortunately. Still over 100. In addition to warming up your legs, having your cadence as, I don't know, I guess Leslie would call it a tool in a toolbox, really is beneficial in a race if you're trying to save energy. It's a lot easier or your cardio rather will recover more quickly than your leg muscles do. So if you use a higher cadence throughout most of the race, then you're saving some legs for the finishing sprint. Slowing it down to 100, we're coming up another climb here. Maybe take a couple gears in the back. Still 100 though. Oh! I'm ashamed I hit 99, I'm sorry. Got my pain face on already, still warming up. Almost to the track here. And we will rip down Brunette Highway. Is that what it is, Brunette? All the way to the track at the end here. Let's take that gear down and just spin it out as we go down here and try our best to get a speeding ticket. Spin it up. And cruising into the track. We can relax now. Take a minute here, breather. It's been one of my goals as a cyclist to get a speeding ticket on my bike. I hope to get it framed, put it on the wall. I've accomplished the red light ticket so far, but that's less impressive than the speeding ticket. Also more expensive, I think. That wasn't fun. All right, so at the velodrome, I'm thinking we do some flying 200s here. So for a little background here, flying 200, you get on the track, you roll around, you have, man, it's been so long since I've done this. I believe it's 3 laps, depending on the length of the track, to warm up, pick up your pace, and the 3rd lap is a timed lap of the whole track. Track 200 meters in Burnaby, and it's an all-out as fast as you can do 200 meters. So the idea is, from the moment you get on the track, I'm gonna give us a minute. Over that minute, we're gonna bring up our pace to where we're maxing out at the beginning or at the end of the minute, and we'll hold that for 15 seconds. If you're fast, you should be able to do it. 14 seconds, maybe faster. So, what I'm gonna get us to do here is let's do 85% at 90 RPM. So, if you're on a road bike, you're spinning your legs at the pace I'm spinning them right now, and you're pushing pretty hard. You're just at your aerobic threshold. Oh, towel, thanks. You can probably see the sweat on this 4K video. Oh. And once you've found that, let's relax for a minute, slow it down. So that's 1 minute of spin up around the track and 15 seconds of absolute all-out sprint. I would suggest being in your drops if you can. We'll do this a few times, see how many we get there. So, in 10 seconds, we're getting on the track. Whew. Just coming off a points race here. Here we go. Coach pushes you onto the track. You've got just under a minute here to spin up. Half a lap down here. You don't want to wear yourself out, but you also want to be maxing out your pace by the end of this minute, which is coming up in 30 seconds. Here we go. Bring up the cadence. Keep an eye on the clock here. 15 seconds. You're absolutely ripping along the rail here. 10 seconds. Ding, 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 bell up. Up, 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 up. Max out your cadence, let's go. And off, slow it up, take your gear off. Oh man. All right, let's take a minute. That's brutal. Whew. Forgot how hard those are. So the name of the game in the Flying 200 is hitting your maximum speed right at the start while also not wearing yourself out before the start. So also if you want to change your gear for the next one, Go for it. Whatever allows you to put out the most power. All right, we'll go again in 40 seconds. We need a bit of a rest. It's a gnarly sprint here. You should be hurting by the end. All right. If you haven't seen one of these events, you should look it up on YouTube. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think 10 seconds, 10.5 or so is the fastest 200. I don't know how many kilometers an hour that is, but it's a lot. All right, let's drop some gear on the legs. We're going again. If you want more gear, by all means, go for it. As long as your cadence is maxed out by the end here. Here we go. Here's our warm-up minute, starting now. Rolling around the track. You got lots of eyes on you. Unless you're at Burnaby, in which case you have about 5 eyes on you. It's nerve-wracking all the same though. You're 30 seconds in. Here we go, picking up the pace, build momentum. 20 seconds. $15, up, up, up. $5, ding, 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 ding. Get low. And rest up. Keep legs going over. I don't know if you can tell how much worse that effort was on my part than the first one. That's the idea though. This is not an event you're meant to be doing over and over again. Just once. How about do another 2. Grand total of 4. Whew. All right, I'm gonna give us 50 seconds. Hopefully we've learned from our first 2. While we're tired, we're also more wise. Figured out the technique. Coming in 20 seconds. $15 seconds, bring on the gear. And we're up on the track. By the way, don't be worrying about numbers. As long as you're spinning out as fast as you can, as hard as you can for this 15 seconds, that's all that really matters. We're rolling around the track now. Oops. This minute is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. 30 seconds. $15. Here we go, we're spinning. Pick up the pace. $5. Ding, 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 ding. Up, up. Okay. Last one we'll do. I think I've lost something like 80 watts from my first effort to that last one there. Feels harder though, still. Paparazzi's here. 1 minute, we'll do the last one. Deep breaths. I always do that full exhale and full inhale before any race. Exhaling until you cough, inhaling until it hurts. 30 seconds before we get into this last one. In 15. And drop some gear on the legs. Here we go. Warm up minute. You're on. You're rolling around. Hang on all the way through this effort. Don't give up. You got 40 seconds. Try and smash the time of your biggest rival here. 30 seconds. Hear your disc wheel. Sounds like a drum against the sideboards right now. 15 seconds. 10. Up, up, up. Ding, 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 ding. Up, 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 up. And off. Oh. All right. Well done. Feels good. Didn't have the stand in me for that last one. Often you'll stand as you cross the start line. Before we get into that, this last one more little thing about flying 200s. I just remembered, I think it used to be common to, the way you trip the start timer is by your front wheel running over a little sensor. I don't know if they do it that way anymore, I'd be surprised, but people used to hop their front wheel over the sensor so that you would gain that amount of time, which is the time it takes for your back wheel to catch up to your front wheel, which is definitely the difference between first place and, I don't know, you could probably fall a bunch of places back in that split second there. Anyways, interesting. The lengths you'll go to. All right. I'm thinking we do some stop sign accelerations. Because I was out riding yesterday, coming back from Richmond through that residential area, and there's a lot of stop signs. And something you'll encounter on the road. Everybody hates that guy who goes hard off of every stop sign, but it'll still help you out. So I'm thinking we set our gear to, I don't know, our basic 85%, 90 RPM again, and Is that hard enough? I don't know, we'll find out after the first effort. And we'll come to a complete stop and accelerate a bunch of times from there. Get up to speed, ride for a block, and then come to a stop again. So, let's bring up that gear. Something hard, doesn't have to be 85%. Something hard at 90 RPM. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit harder. No, you know what, 85% is good. All right, and once you found that gear, slow it down to a stop. You're at the stop sign, look for cars. Often you put your strong leg forward and you're gonna push with your front foot, pull with your rear foot, up, 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 up. Get up to speed, sit back down, and cruise along for about a block. If you found yourself getting up to 100 RPM too easily there, add a little gear. All right, there you go. Let's do it again. Slowing it down. Strong leg forward. No cars. Up, up, up. You can pull on your bars. Downward. And slowing it back down. Try putting your weak leg forward this time, maybe. And no cars, up, up, up. Backing it off. The other thing to remember when you're doing standing starts like this, keeping all of your energy forward and back. Try not to push side to side with anything, your feet or your hands. It's wasted, arguably. All right, 3, 2, 1, up, up, up. And slowing it down, we'll do one more. Make this one hard. Add a good bit of gear if you want. Full sprint. And coming to a stop. Go strong leg forward again this time. And 3, 2, up, 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 up. Allez, 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 allez. Spin it up. And rest up. Cool yourself down. Whew. Spin for a few minutes. Tracy might cut me off here, but let yourself cool down for a bit. Don't go straight from sprinting to sitting down for breakfast. Nice, all right. Hopefully you feel half as worked as I do. Thanks for joining us. It's been a resolution ride where we burn off this season's turkey and whatnot, whatever you're eating. And let's undo all this good work in the coming days over the holiday. Have a good one.